Hey everybody, welcome to today's show. Welcome to Disabled Reality. I'm your host, Anthony Lorito-Duke, and we have an interesting topic for today's show in which it is if you want people to show you respect, you have to first give respect. Because respect is not just given, it is earned. So let's get right into this. There's a lot of people out there who just demand respect, like uh so maybe they think that because of their stature, because of their whatever business title they hold, or how much money they have, or whatever else the case may be, and they think that just the whole world just owes them respect. No, no, no. Respect is not just given; it is earned. You have to first earn respect, which means you have to first give and show respect to other people. You know, um, You know, way back in the day, like bosses used to just demand people uh on what to do, like just get this done. I need this done now. You know, instead of saying, um, would it be possible if you can get this done as soon as possible? Or something to that nature. You get more bees with honey than you can with vinegar. Okay, being polite, being mature, being professional, that's earning respect. And it's not just in business, it's also in personal life too. You know, you know, back in the day, um, like we never told our parents and grandparents, uh, have to say please and thank you and stuff. If we ever did that, if we ever told them that, our teeth would be knocked out our throats. You know, but now on the other hand, uh, the kids would be right in saying, it's like to say please and thank you, and you can get more help that way, and stuff like that, and you know, um, but I we would never do that as kids, Like kids today, they would say to their parents and grandparents, they have to say please and thank you and whatever, and the kids would be right, they would be right definitely, and uh, but a lot of kids today don't even say please and thank you, you know, they don't. Because the parents never install that into the kids. And saying please and thank you does go a long way. Like how I was raised to say please and thank you. Yes, absolutely. And I was also raised that if something does not belong to me, I don't touch it because it does not belong to me. And I was also raised that if you take something that uh, it doesn't really belong to you, put it back exactly where and how you found it when you're done. And also, of course, do that for your own stuff too. You know, like I'll give you an example. Um, if we were helping my father with something, and if he needed a tool, let's say from his tool shed or his toolbox, like we would go get it for him, you know, or if or growing up, like if we were doing a project, if we were making something, if we needed a tool, like we would go to his toolbox or to his tool shed, and to get what we need, and then of course, like we would show the respect of cleaning it after we're done using it, and then we would also put it back where and how we found it as well, because the tool didn't belong to us. You know, It was his. Um, so I mean, that's just a perfect example of what I'm talking about. And um, even still today, that's the way that I am. And I'm 51 years old. You know, and I just don't touch my husband's stuff, like his computer or whatever. I just don't go to touch it and go into it to search around or whatever else. Well, I don't touch it because it does not belong to me. That's his stuff. You know. Um. So I mean, that's just how I grew up. You know. And here's another example. Like if if somebody asks me to help them with their cell phones and stuff, first of all, it does not belong to me, so I don't touch it. Right? I would always say no. I'm sorry, I don't know. No, I would say no to it because of the simple fact it doesn't belong to me. I'm not good with technology, and I don't want to take the chance of ruining it and stuff like that. So these are just the polite ways of doing things and stuff like that. And if it doesn't belong to you, don't touch it. You know. So um, just like if like my husband would say to me, like if something uh had to be printed out from his computer or whatever, that he would say to me, Anthony, why don't you just go to my computer and go to the stamps.com and whatever and print it out and print out the stamp. I would say no because number one, it's not my computer. Number two, um, I I do forget a lot of things. I have memory loss and stuff, so I may not remember on how to do the printing of the label of the stamps. And and plus, if I don't know how to do it, I'm not going to touch it because I could end up ruining it. I don't want to take the chance of ruining it. So this is all signs of respect, ladies and gentlemen, and just and this is what has to be installed into the younger generation too, because a lot of them think that they're just privileged, you know, and they think that everybody owes them everything, and that's not how life is. So, um, and of course, it's always polite and mature, and yes, even professional to say please and thank you and stuff like that, and um, you get more respect that way. You do. So respect has been gone for way too long in society. We need to bring that back. We really do. You know, um, or even like if you give somebody a compliment, some of them would just say, "Yeah, I know, whatever," or "Yeah, yeah, I know," instead of saying, "Thank you, I appreciate that." Seriously? I mean, come on, it's not that hard. It's not that difficult. It's not a difficult task. So, you know, please and thank you, they go a mighty long way. And people do remember that. You may not realize it, but people do remember it. And like they would, you know, uh, I remember uh, not too long ago, like I said, thank you, or something for somebody, like they may have opened up a door for me or whatever, and I said thank you very much or whatever, and they remembered that, and like a while later when I saw them again, they told me you were very polite to me, and I appreciate that. Not that many people are polite to me. Not that many people say thank you to me, and I appreciate you saying thank you. Believe it or not, people do remember that. You may not realize it. You may not realize how much a please and thank you go. So, but anyways, I want to remind all my fans out there about the business that my husband and I have together called AWLDNY. The link to there is awldny.com. And I also wanted to remind all my fans out there about my other business, my other website that I have called Advocate Information Highway. And the link to there is AIHNY.com. Again, that is AIHNY.com. And you guys can check out all the pages on there. And before I go, there's one other thing I almost forgot to say. Complimenting people too. That goes a long way. Being appreciative and respectful and thankful and being contented. These things go a mighty long way. So I wanted to mention that because I almost forgot to mention it. But anyways, so with that, take care, everybody. Bye.